What's up everyone, welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. So today I wanted to do a fun little team build focusing around the new House of X, like some of the team up cards, mainly the Colossus, Wolverine and Colossus Fastball special one, because that's probably my favorite team up card of the whole thing. So I built a whole team around it, and I also built this team with the new rules in mind. So just so you guys know, I know the new rules aren't all out yet, but I was already kind of thinking ahead, and I just wanted to share this team with you guys. So let me know what you guys think of this team, and without further ado, let's check it out. All right, so starting us off on this team build, we're gonna have the new common Wolverine from the House of X set. So we'll take a quick look at what he can do. He has the Mutant CIA trait, which gives him stealth and improved movement and targeting through hindering terrain. Of course, with the new rules, the movement part won't really matter, and honestly, he doesn't have any ranged or any powers that would require improved targeting hindering, so he's got traded stealth, which is nice. And then he's got a special movement power that gives him charge and flurry. So that's pretty awesome. This is going to be an X-Men theme team also, of course. X-Men team ability. And yeah, there we go. Charge, flurry, 11 attack with precision strike, and 3 damage with exploit weakness for only 60 points. So pretty good stats and powers to start with. Now, the main reason we're going to be using him is kind of the main theme of this team is we're going to be using, of course, this awesome new team-up card he has with Colossus. Big thanks to a friend of mine who traded this to me, so I wanted to do a whole team build really just with this, because this awesome team-up card says the listed friendly character can use telekinesis, but only to place an adjacent Wolverine. When the listed friendly character uses it after resolutions, Wolverine may use charge at no cost. So that's obviously super good. It lets Colossus use telekinesis on him if he's adjacent, and then he can use charge at no cost. So basically the whole strategy here is you're gonna want to TK him out. Then he's going to get that charge at no cost to get even further. Then he's going to use his charge flurry on somebody with his 11 attack, 3 damage, precision strike, and potentially penetrating too. As of me making this video at this moment, I don't know exactly how exploit weakness is going to change. It might make all close combat attacks deal penetrating damage. It might stay the same where it's an actual close action. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, still, even without that, it's pretty good just to have 11 attack, 3 damage, precision for the flurry. But now, of course, we need a Colossus to go with him, and I think the best one, obviously, is going to be the giant Juggernaut Colossus from the X-Men animated series set. Now, this guy, we're going to be playing him at his 25-point line. He has improved movement, destroys blocking, which is great. Then he has flying debris. When Colossus uses charge, after resolutions deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character that's adjacent to 1 or more debris markers that he created this action. So that's pretty awesome. Anytime he uses charge and he busts through some walls, if somebody's trying to hide on the other side, he's going to get to do some free damage to them. Then Colossal Retaliation, now you face Wrath. Free if no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Colossus or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. If that character is within the same row or column as Colossus, place Colossus adjacent to that character and make a close combat attack targeting all characters in the rows or columns between where Colossus began this action and his current square, regardless of adjacency. Hit characters are each dealt 2 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. So Colossal Retaliation, but only if they're in the same row or column as him. But with a 2x2 base, that's not too hard to set up if you're careful with it. Still, I wouldn't really rely on it too much. His stats and powers are pretty good just for 25 points for that 1 click. With 7 movement with charge, 11 attack quake, 18 impervious, and 3 damage. And with the new giant size rules, don't forget that's going to give him the giant reach, which is nice. And it'll also give him the ability to move over elevation. But it's also going to give you a 3 to 6 willpower roll every turn, which is going to be super awesome. This guy's going to have plenty of chances to keep going every turn if he doesn't just get one-shotted immediately. So yeah, this guy's pretty great for the points. Basically, can just carry Wolverine with him, and then, you know, turn 2, you can throw him with the Fastball special telekinesis, and then he can use the charge at no cost to flurry, and then he can take his own action to flurry after that. So he can attack potentially 4 times after he throws him, which is crazy and super, super fun. But now to fill out this team a little bit more, I wanted to bring in the new Psylocke from House of X. Now, she just recently got an errata, which I'll talk about here in just a second. But she's still great for 50 points. So we'll take a look at what she can do. Again, the Mutant CIA trait to give her stealth. She has this cool trait that gives her Blades, Claws, Fangs, and when Psylocke hits with a close attack after resolutions, she can use Mind Control at no cost. Now, the errata here was they changed it so that it says Blades, Claws, Fangs when she uses it and hits after resolutions, she can use Mind Control as free. So she actually has to use the Blades, Claws, not just any close attack, and she only gets to use it as a free action, which basically means she can only use it once. The at no cost thing meant she could continue to use it over and over and over, considering if you used the mind control as a close action and you kept hitting over and over, you could keep mind controlling over and over. So yeah, that was just a little bit too crazy, and we didn't really need any of that. So she's still really good. Having traded Blades and the ability to mind control somebody as a free action afterwards is nice. Charge, 11 attack, willpower, and empower with great stats too. Pretty decent length to the dial there. 4 range too. So actually, I'm pretty sure you could still, you know, hit with your Blades and then use mind control as a free action from range. Just assuming if you like killed the person with Blades or something, she could have a little bit of range for that mind control. But one of the main reasons I wanted to play her actually is because of this other team up card I have here, which says team up with Colossus, Dazzler, Gateway, Havoc, Jubilee, Longshot, Rogue, Storm, and Wolverine. Considering Colossus and Wolverine are already going to be on this team, this is pretty much a no-brainer. And then I added some of the other characters on here as well, just to fill it out, because you need 3 or more to use this. It says if 3 or more listed friendly characters are on the map, Psylocke and the listed friendly characters can use Close Combat Expert. So I built this team with the new rules in mind, and with the new changes to Close Combat Expert, anytime somebody makes a close combat attack, they're going to get +1 attack and damage. So that means our buddy Wolverine right here is going to be charging with a 12 attack, 4 damage for all 4 of his attacks that he's going to be making. So that's going to up his odds of hitting and his damage output dramatically. And yeah, I think it's going to be great. He's going to be hopefully just running in there, murdering everything like Wolverine should. Now, since we needed 3 of the listed friendly characters for her trait, or for her team up card to work, and so I wanted to use my Deep Cuts Storm that I painted myself. So if you guys want to watch, I did do a video of the whole how I painted this. You can check that out. But yeah, I think it turned out great. Anyway, she's really, really good for 40 points. So we'll take a look at her card now. The Extinction Team trait doesn't really matter, because whenever she hits, you modify attack +1 on all your other friendly Utopia keyworded characters. So that's not going to matter. I don't have any other Utopia characters on this team, but her special defense power that says Storm and adjacent friendly characters that share a keyword with her can use energy shield deflection. So that is going to be super helpful. For only 40 points, stealth, flight, 6 range, 10 attack, 3 damage with range combat expert is going to be giving her some pretty good damage output. And don't forget, she's going to get close combat expert on top of that from Psylocke. So she's going to be pretty deadly if they try to get up close to her too. She's still going to be able to defend herself. So yeah, basically just giving energy shield deflection helps protect the team as we move up, especially this Colossus here. He's got a big target on his back. Considering he is giant size and he only has 1 click of life, and it might be pretty obvious to your opponent that you're going to try and just TK out this Wolverine to kill everything. They might try and just running shot up and kill him right away. So giving him that energy shield is going to be super helpful to keep him alive long enough to at least get 1 good fastball special out the way. But now I also felt like, just in case he does get killed off super quick, I still want to be able to have 3 or more characters, listed characters for her effect. So I decided to add Rogue to the team as well. Now this is the House of X Rogue. I'm playing her at the 60 point value instead of the 90. You could use pretty much any Rogue. I pretty much just use this one to fill the points, and because she has hypersonic and I like that. And she also has a trait that gives her mystics, but only from range attacks and protected mystics, which is pretty nice. And then she also has this other cool trait that says free, choose an adjacent character and a standard power that they can use until your next turn. Rogue can use that power and has the character's printed range value. So pick a power for any adjacent character, friendly or opposing. That's pretty awesome. I should say pick a power to take any power from one of them that they can use. So yeah, we're playing her at the 60 point line there. Like I said, 9 movement with hypersonic, 10 attack with super strength, 17 invuln, and 3 damage with battle fury. I do like that you can get around, the shape change, and you can at least use the super strength to, deal some knockback. Not knockback damage, but at least to knock your opponent's characters out of position, hopefully, if you hypersonic to the right place. And don't forget, she's going to get to use close combat expert as well, so that's going to up her attack and damage to 11 for 4 damage, which is pretty nice with that hypersonic. And if you can, I would grab Wolverine's precision strike before the hypersonic to be able to get through super senses a little easier, and be able to do 1 damage through like impervious or anything like that. Otherwise, choosing Colossus's impervious or Storm stealth or something like that could be nice too. Maybe Wolverine's combat reflexes even. There's lots of good powers we can pick and choose from here. Once you're already in combat, you can take Wolverine's flurry too. There's lots of really cool things you can take. Now we have 65 points left on this team. And to round it out, the best character for 65 points, I think, obviously, is going to be Kate Pryde from House of X as well. She's got such a cool sculpt. I love it. And she's such a good figure, too. I had to include her on the team. So to start us off, she has improved movement for characters. She has the Krakoan Revival trait, which I'll talk about here in just a second. Release the Tiny Dragon. At the beginning of the game, generate a Lockheed Bystander. We'll take a look at that in a second. Another trait that says friendly characters with the Hellfire Club Marauders or Pirate keyword can use Steel Energy. None of them on this team, sadly, but still a good trait to have. And then she also has, when Kate Pryde moves through an equipped character after resolutions, roll a d6. On a 5 to 6, that character unequips that equipment. That's actually a power I forget she has a lot, but it's a really cool way of making your opponent unequip stuff. It's really nice. But then she also has a special movement that gives her phase teleport, sidestep, stealth, and passenger 3. So that's another cool power you could pick with Rogue. You could take her sidestep if you need to get a few extra squares, or her phase teleport. Or you could pick her probability control, which she starts with here. So she starts with 11 movement with that awesome special movement power, 10 attack, precision strike, 18 energy shield, and 3 damage with prob. And then, of course, there's the Lockheed Bystander that has flight, 4 range, 7 movement, 10 attack, energy explosion, 17 with energy shield and tiny size, which makes it pretty hard to hit, and 2 damage with some perplex, which just comes in handy a lot, of course, to have some perplex and some prob from her. Now, she can't carry anyone with flight because it just says passenger 3. It doesn't say regardless of flight. So basically, she can carry up Wolverine and Psylocke, and then, you could have Colossus carry up one of these because he's giant size, and then, the other one can just move because they both have flight, so they can't be carried by her. But that way you can move everybody up with 3 actions. That's one slight flaw of this team. I couldn't get any leadership in here, but I think it's still a solid team. She's got Perplex from her dragon and Prob from herself, and be able to carry everybody around. And, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about her Krakoan Revival trait. Half the reason I wanted to include her was just from the Krakoan Revival trait. Now, I did a whole video going over how to use that, but basically, I'll just leave it here if you want to pause it and read it. She can revive any friendly X-Men character that gets KO'd, any standard friendly character. So anybody on this team besides Colossus, that's because they're all less points than her, and they're all standard characters, like I said, except for Colossus. And they all have the X-Men keywords. So anybody but Colossus she can revive, which of course mainly means Wolverine and probably Rogue are going to be the main ones to get revived. Because the main strategy, like I said, is just to have Colossus use the Fastball special to telekinesis Wolverine out there. Then he gets to use Charge at no cost, and he can use Flurry. Then he can use Flurry again. Don't forget, both of those Flurries are going to be Close Combat Expert from her team-up card to give him +1 attack and damage. Then she can also take some Precision Strike or some Prob or some Sidestep or some Impervious or Combat Reflexes or really whatever she needs from them right here. And she can Hypersonic and hit somebody with a Close Combat Expert attack as well. And yeah, then if either of them die, they're both less points than Kate Pride, so she can just revive them adjacent and you can do it all over again. And pretty much just have Storm sit back here and give Colossus Energy Shield, maybe run Psylocke up so she can give them some Empower and make some good attacks of her own with some Blades Claws and be mind controlling people. Yeah, basically you just want to have these three sitting back here and, you know, hiding away in stealth and, you know, giving him some Energy Shield deflection, whatever, and then these three up doing all the actual work, and then when they die, they just come back adjacent to Kate Pride. So it's a pretty good team, I think, overall, and you just gotta be careful not to let them die too much, or else, you know, your opponent's just gonna win on points, basically. I think, for the most part, Wolverine should be able to do enough damage on his own, especially with a little support from these two, to pretty much end the game before that's really too much of a risk. Alright, so that's going to do it for this team build. Make sure you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button for me. And don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more, there's links in the description for our Patreon. You can check it out and see your name here in the credits, as well as some other awesome bonuses. So anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.